Hello friends, I know it is not my usual live day, but I thought I would like to jump in and start doing a few little look-see at some products from the catalogue, some that may get overlooked. So welcome to Facebook, and I'm only on Facebook today, I'm not on YouTube. So welcome, my name is Alisa Tilsner and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia. If you don't know who I am, normally I will go live on a Thursday morning for a full-on card making session, but I thought I'm just going to be spontaneous and jump on and share with you, because I want to share with you the Deckled circle dies. So hello if you're jumping in, if you're just finding me, I know it's totally spontaneous, jumping in. We're not card making, we're just looking at, hair doesn't want to play nicely today. We're just going to look at some products. So, and the focus today is the Deckled circles dies. So let me get this other camera swung around and then I can switch screens. Oh, guess what? If you've been following me, you'll know that the collar on my stand has died just a wee bit and my camera flops around. And I've got back in touch with them and said, look, I'm still waiting for a reply. And they've actually popped a collar in the mail for me without even questioning anything else. Okay, so switch cameras. Okay, so the Deckled circle dies, they are on page 63 of the Australian mini catalogue and they are $65. Okay, they're a standalone die, so they could probably be quite easily missed in the catalogue. Okay, so the Deckled circles, they are massive. I did buy them. I saw that Pip Todman had used them. And of course, you know, she's made me buy other things as well. So I've got to have what Pip has. Check them out though. Look how many dies there are. There are 14 dies all up. That is just crazy. And the biggest die is almost 6 inches. So jump in, say hello. I'm not sure whether, I'm assuming my comments are working. Jump in and say hello. The biggest die, what did I say? Page 63. The biggest die is 5 3/4 inches, which is 14.6 centimeters in diameter. So that is massive, massive. There are 14 of them. The smallest die is about an inch. Okay, and these are Deckled dies. So I'm going to bring them up. So it's sort of, it's not like a torn edge. It's Deckled is sort of described as, you know, when you're making the homemade paper. I don't know, how many people have made homemade paper? I did for a little bit. I went through, my mum was still alive then, so it would have been 25 plus years ago that I made my own homemade paper. And around the edge of the homemade paper, you would get like this little fuzzy edge. And that's what that is supposed to replicate as well. So that's apparently what Deckled is. So I've got my big shot here. Hello, Diana. Welcome. And I just want to show a couple of things. I don't want to go full on because you guys know about dies. So, but I just wanted to show these ones because they are huge. So I have got a piece of basic white here and it is 6 inches wide. So you remember we used to have the old, remember when we first got the big shot and they had massive plates of dies and they had big circles in them. And I sort of miss having a really big circle. So I just wanted to show you this little thing. Hi, Kathy. Good morning. I'm glad to see my comments are working. So I'm going to put the spine towards the machine and I'm going to grab that giant one. So if you're a scrapbooker, these would be amazing for your scrapbooking. I don't scrapbook because the size of the card is just a little bit scary and overwhelming for me. But what I'm going to do, I'll try and get that right in there, is I'm going to, this is my spine of my card. I've got my card folded over and I'm just going to pop it so it's a little bit off the edge of my card there. And I'm going to run it through. So I'm not making any cards today. We're just doing a little spotlight on these Deckled circles. So I'm going to run that through. So if you need big cards, like, you know, sometimes you're doing retirement cards, for an office, or happy birthday card for an office, and you need that space. Look, that's just gone through 2 layers of cardstock. No worries at all. Oh, you could make butterflies. Look at that. I'm not going to. I'm going to throw that in the bin. But if you need big cards and you want something a little bit fancy for like a workmate or anything like that, and you need a lot more space in there to be filling out for everybody to sign, have a look at that. That is huge. That's the size of my hand. So that is a massive big card. Of course, you're going to need to either make your own envelope or use a bigger sized envelope. But that is, we can do circle cards again. And check out that edge around the outside. It is really cool. Love it. So, and then of course, if you don't, like that, you don't like the fold at the top, just die cut another one in the circle, and then you'll be able to just glue that straight over the top. You might have to line up. You might have to line up your decal around the edge. That might be a bit tricky, but you could always put, another piece over the top, cover that if you didn't want it. So, and the other thing I thought might look a little bit cool. So I am going to have to use this now, right? I can't just push it aside and forget about it. Remind me about it. I need to come back and use these things. Okay, so the other thing that I wanted to try, and I'm going to need to bring my machine back in. It's a bit silly. So hello, everyone's quiet. It's probably because nobody knew I was coming on today, right? All these little spontaneous ones, but just as well, they're only designed to be super quick. And let's grab this size here. So that's probably a little bit big, but we'll grab that size. And let's grab a second one in. So we're going to nest these and see what this looks like, because you can make cool frames with these. And of course, whoops, we also have the Deckled rectangles, which are in the annual catalogue. Oops, I've missed that. So let's have a look and see what a Deckled circle frame looks like. Hi, Rose. Welcome, Spontaneous Live. I was just saying it's all very quiet, but that's probably because nobody was expecting me. But thank goodness for replays, right? Let me bring that base back in so I can show you what that looks like. So we're not card making, we're just having a look at these circle dies, because they are huge, and there's 14 of them, ranging from almost 6 inches. So that's, what did I say? 5 3/4 down to 1 inch. So that is a huge amount of dies. So now we've got a nice deckled edged circle. I'm just going to try and bring that up so you can see that. So you could layer that on there. You could do all sorts. And then, of course, don't forget you've got your insert. Whoops, I've frozen. That you can have as well. So I really like that. Little bit of a bumpy edge. Oh, what I should have done, I wonder if I can still do it. I'm going to try and remember which die I used. Was it that one? I don't know that they will do it. Oh, no, it's probably because I've taken it out. I was going to say, let's try that little fancy thing where you run your stylus around it, but it might be a little bit bumpy for that one. And there doesn't seem to be a lot of room on that inside cutting edge either. So I'll just bring that up and show you. So basically, you know, what you've got on that edge is pretty well true to the cutting line. So I thought I would just come in, give a quick little shout out to the Deckled die sets. If you haven't seen it, it is a standalone in the catalogue. It's in the mini catalogue. This one here, standalone on page 63. You would probably miss it because it's not part of a bundle. They have used it, you know, a couple of times. You probably find it more times now that you've spotted it. There's another couple. So another couple of samples. Actually, that one looks pretty. That's a pretty cool way to do your cutlery for Christmas. So that must just be the massive big Deckled die, and they've just wrapped it around. I think they've just used a normal serviette, might be a cloth one, and they just wrapped it around and popped a little bit of fluff there. Isn't it amazing when you start looking at things in detail in the catalogue that you actually find things? We need to go and study our catalogues more. So that is super pretty, super pretty. Okay, awesome. So that is it for me. Like I said, just really short, quick videos. I'm going to perhaps come in and do some product showcases. This is one of them. So if you've overlooked it, don't overlook it because it is huge. That's my card base if you've come in late. So we can do lots of big things, and I love that they have such a huge range. Okay, thanks very much for joining me, and let me know in the comments, have you got them? Do you love them? If you don't have them, are you going to get them? Are they going to go on your wish list at some stage? Okay, so let me know in the comments. We'll see you again another time. If I don't come in spontaneously again, I will see you Thursday morning for my regular crafting time slot. So bye for now.